just want to talk to you about this issue because it's facing our community. And I want you to write two things down: game and chance. Game and a chance. I want you to write this down. Life is not a game. What did I say? Life is not a game. Now, this is a very important principle. I think you would agree with me that life is not a game. Do we all agree? I mean, your life is a serious thing. It's not a game. So you don't play with your life. So I'm just going to make some statements and you can deal with them yourself. First of all, laws are never created to accommodate vices, but to stop them. I repeat, laws are not created to accommodate vices, but to stop them. Vices usually pre-exist law. The Ten Commandments were not given until almost 3,000 years after man sinned. I repeat, the Ten Commandments were not given until over 3,000 years after man sinned. So law is not created to necessarily stop man from sinning or getting involved in destructive vices. Laws are created so that man could recognize the vice. The principle of law is when a law is created, conscience comes alive. So where there's no law, there's no conscience. The Bible is very clear that when the law arrived, sin came alive. Which means you don't know wrong until right is defined. Why does God tell the children of Israel, "Thou shalt worship no other gods before me"? Because they were doing it. Why did God say, "Thou shalt not make every graven image and bow down to worship it"? Because they were doing it already. Why does God say, "Thou shalt not commit adultery"? Because they were doing it already. So what laws are for, they are not to accommodate vices or to dignify them or to sanctify them or even to affirm them. Laws are supposed to stop the proliferation of a vice. In Colorado this past week, the people voted for the legalization of marijuana as a medicinal alternative. So they voted. And I think it might be important for our country to study Colorado right now. Because last Tuesday, they voted to legalize marijuana. Just a few days ago. The last 4 days, they've been trying to figure out how we can manage that. How are we going to police that? How we are going to regulate it? In other words, they made a decision before studying the consequences. Now let me just say this right off and put the camera on me. Marijuana is good. God created the bush. And God said in Genesis, everything he made is good. And everybody in this room takes drugs. But there's such a thing as abnormal use. The word is abuse. The reason why we use the term abuse is because there is a use for everything, including games. So now the governor of Colorado, who voted against it, he said day before yesterday, the people want it, now we got to figure out how to do this. And they are nervous. So I want to make this clear. My first statement, I want you to remember, laws are not created to accommodate a vice. They are created to stop them or to define them. Whether they are right or wrong, good or bad, healthy or destructive. A law brings definition. Number two, consequences are more important than decisions. What did I say? Please write that down. Keep that until you die. Don't ever make a decision more important than the consequence. Because decisions give birth to consequences. People normally say if you make a decision, you got to live with it. That is not true. You don't live with the decision because that happens in one moment. You live with the consequences. So what you must do before you make any decision in life is don't study the decision. Make sure you exhaust every possible means to study the consequences. Do your research, get information, check all the alternatives, study the options, find out historical data, check those who already made that decision, and read their life, study their life, find out everything before you make a decision. So my question is it lawful to ask someone to make a decision without all the information as much as possible about the consequences? In my view, this is illegal and irresponsible. I want to caution my words for myself. I am not against decisions. But I am against you asking me to make it. without giving me the information. Not just about the decision, but the consequences. And I mean, give me real information so I could be responsible and objective. Here's why. Once you have decided that you can live with consequences, decisions are easy. So I think, nationally speaking, we are irresponsible at the moment in asking people who understand nothing about the consequences to make a decision. I therefore repeat my recommendation. We need to postpone and delay until the people have all the decisions and the consequences.